welcome back everyone to the newest episode of the bee tutorial. We're going to follow today what to do with all the produce you'll be getting from your bees. So we've been getting all these honeycombs, and different bees will of course give you different things. So let's just do this quickly so I can get more of these honeycombs and hopefully get some new bees to show you where some of these extra products come from rather than just spawning all of them in. Let's do that real quick. Okay, that's good. So basically you'll always get these honeycombs. So let's go honey. No, not honeycombs. You'll always get combs. So you'll get honeycomb, simmering comb, stringy comb, frozen comb, dripping comb, silky comb, parched comb, mossy comb. They're all the different combs you can get. As well as that, you can get pollen, and crystalline pollen. You can also get propolis. No, wait, you won't get propolis, sorry. You can also get, some will produce extras, like you can get ones that produce sugar, for example, which the uses for are obvious. The extra stuff is usually just little bonuses like that. They don't really give much more. And what was the other thing? You can also get royal jelly from a certain one. So most of this stuff, all the combs, you need to put in the centrifuge to be able to work. And our centrifuge is running. So you stick it in, it will centrifuge, or whatever term you wish to use, it will centrifuge it, and then you'll get this result. You get your things. So now we're going to go over what each of these are actually for. As well as this, you can use the combs themselves to make apiarist chests, and that's pretty much it, just for apiarist chests really. That's the only use of the pure combs, otherwise you need to stick them in the centrifuge to get these results. So I'm going to use the Too Many Items mod to mostly go over all this, or I'd be here with a load of machines trying to show you all of it and would be here for ages. So I'm just going to cover things quite quickly. So if I go over anything a bit quick, I'm sorry. Just ask me a question in the comments, I'll try to get back to you if you get confused by anything. So let's start with the honey drops, because they're the most basic thing you'll get. Use them to make these catalysts. And there's just loads of things you can combine them with, like the pollen, and different capsules and so on. You can get glistering melons using it in the honeydew, which comes from the dripping comb instead of honey drops. So instead of honey drops and dripping comb, you get honeydew. So that's how you make that. You can also make this honey sliced bread. You can make honey pots, stamps for the mail mod, different stamps. And then you can move on. You can make iodine in the carpenter. The squeezer is how you make honey capsules and honey things, so you can put it in tins or you can pump it somewhere, and I'll get onto the uses of that in a second. I'll do that now. And the uses of this honey stuff, these honey things, is you use it in the carpenter. This we will cover later. And then you can also use it in the fermenter to create biomass. And one reason you'll want to do that with honey is because honey produces more than water does. So for 0.8 honey you get 1.2, whereas if you do the same with water you'll only get 0.8. So that's the uses of honey drops, as well as obviously put them in your bee analyzer and your habitat locator. So they're the other obvious uses. Moving on, we will have the beeswax. You can use it to make waterproof piping, which is very useful if you don't have any cactuses nearby, which I find quite useful. You can use them to make capsules instead of cans, so you can save on your tin. You can use them to make torches, if you have excess and don't have any coal. And you can use it to make the wax cast, which we'll get into later as well. You can also use it to make candles in the carpenter, which are like torches, but they do eventually burn out into little stubs. Again, we'll get onto the centered paneling a bit later as well. So going back here, we have the wax cast, which is used in the fermionic fabricator, along with other products from the bees. So this is used to make stained glass basically. As let's see. So you also get this propolis, which is the other bit that goes with it to go with the stained glass. I'll show you that quickly first. So there you go. You use propolis, a dye, and the wax cast, as well as glass in the fermionic fabricator, and you'll get your stained glass. The other uses for the propolis, you can centrifuge it into resin. You can craft it with the pollen to make slime balls, or bituminous peat, bituminous peat, however you say that. And you can also use it to make the apiarist pipe, which is a special sorting pipe that will basically sort bees. So it will be like send a princess that way, drones that way, meadows this way, you know, things like that. So that's the regular propolis. If we look at the other types of propolis you can get sticky and silky. Sticky can be used for the same things in the fabricator, so we won't worry too much about that, except you can't craft it into the slime balls or the bituminous peat or the apiarist pipe. So that's only the regular one. But you can use the sticky one. Again, you can't use it for the apiarist pipe or anything. But you can use it this way again. But you can also put it in the centrifuge. And then you'll have a 60% chance to get the silk wisp and 10% chance to get this regular propolis back from it. So if you are after the silk wisp, you can also get a chance to get regular propolis back. What the silk wisp is used for, you can use it to make string, which, you know, if you want string, that's okay. The main use of it is this stuff. You can also use it to make more candles with the beeswax, or you can use it to make this woven silk. I think that's it. And this woven silk is quite important. As you can see, it's used to make the apiarist helmet and all the set for it. And the point of this set is it will protect you from all the negative effect of the bees. As well as that, you can combine it with these miner's backpacks, digger's backpack, to store your items and all that. And it will go from a 15 slot bag to a 45 slot bag. So you're getting 3 times the space to just do that, really. It doesn't work on the apiarist backpack because that's already pretty big. But, you know, if you're using these backpacks to store a lot of stuff, upgrading it to this is quite useful. What else we got? Let's have a look. So we have these honeydew. We can show you what it is to that. I showed you could use it to make the glistering melon. You can also use it to make the ambrosia with the royal jelly and a wax capsule. You can also make a dissipation charge using royal jelly once again. Then you can also squeeze it into honey. It will just become regular honey drops, same as the other one if you squeeze it. Or, this is the interesting one, you combine it with the honey, some mulch or fermenter or compost or whatever, to make short mead, an alcoholic beverage. Which I don't think actually does that much because I've been making some and doesn't seem to really affect you, but it's quite cool to have if you're like building a tavern or something like that. Okay, you got this phosphor which comes from the simmering comb, and you can squeeze that with sand and dirt to actually make lava, which is quite cool. Oh, even cobblestone. But yeah, that's the use for this phosphor. So if you want that, it's quite cool. And there it is. Refractory wax seems to basically use it to make these capsules. I haven't found the other use for it. If there is one, do let me know. I'll put an annotation somewhere on the screen. But this seems to be the only use for the refractory wax I found. Okay, so other thing we have is the royal jelly. Like I said, it could be used to make the ambrosia capsule. It can be used to make the dissipation charge. Created royal jelly, of course. Now, we're pretty much gone through everything now. Let me just check the pollen quick. You can make catalyst with the pollen as well, it seems. Yeah, different ways to make it. And of course, slime ball, the iodine capsule, and that'll be it. Okay, so this is the last product that you want to know about. This is the centered paneling, which is used only to make the alveoli. So if we go back to here, you can see you need royal jelly, pollen, and beeswax, as well as honey for it. So, you know, it's made very, 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 very much with using the bees in mind. And then this is just used to make the alveoli, which is a special block that's used to grow special bees. So that pretty much covers most of the basic products. There's also an expanded bee mod, which does include a lot more. I'd be here for like a whole day trying to explain it if I went through all of them. But you can produce a lot of different things with the bees. One of the main attractions is the stained glass. One thing I did miss, I just realised. Go back to looking at the combs. This frozen comb. This frozen comb can actually produce snowballs and the crystalline pollen, which I also missed. We can see that the dripping one makes the honeydew, as I said. Silky one is how you get the silky propolis. Mossy comb just gives you beeswax and dripping and honey drops. Same with the parched one. Honeycomb gives you beeswax, and stringy comb gives you the propolis and the honey drops. I don't actually see the cocoa comb up here. Maybe there it is. There's the cocoa comb, and it'll give you beeswax and cocoa beans with it as well. So that's just a little extra bonus I thought I'd tell you about. So that's pretty much most of the different products you can make with the bees. Like I said, one of the main ones is the outfit or the stained glass. So you can see you don't get it every time, but you get it most of the time. So yeah, if I've missed anything or you have any questions, put them in the comments below. So I'll wrap it up here. I just wanted to do this quick because there's quite a lot of different stuff you can make with the bees, and I wanted to get it covered nice and quick. So I hope that's been all good and explained for you, and I'll see you next time, where we're going to talk about ways you can automate these systems to do it for you rather than me having to come back every time like this and go click, 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 click. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you all next time. Toodles.